Hey guys, this is just a quick book review. It's one of two books I actually bought at Telford just nearly a fortnight ago now. It was on the old pen and sword stand as I came into Hall 3. In fact, I did very well because at the time they were doing a show offer whereby you could get 3 books for £10 each. And this was one of them, the other being Tiger 1 and Tiger 2 tanks. So I thought I'd give you a quick little flip through of what's entailed in these books actually. They are quite handy, in fact they're very good source material. They actually cover not only the history of each individual vehicle but also some of the builds that actually you can do. Particularly for this subject, which is Sherman tanks of the British Army and Royal Marines around about the Normandy campaign in 1944. It's written by Dennis Oliver, who's a well-known resource on Shermans, particularly for the British Army. Very informative. Some superb source photographs in here, which are quite handy if you want to do a diorama. And to be honest with you, when I got home, I actually didn't have time to watch because I was so tired. But before I went to sleep, I had a quick flick through this one. And I'm quite impressed, I have to say. So I thought I'd give you a little sort of peek viewing, as it were. So you can obtain these from Pen and Sword. I'm not sure if they've got a website of penandsword.com or .co.uk, but certainly Google them and check it out. Quite a diverse range of books, not only on armour but aircraft, submarines, you name it, it's there. So if you need any source material, it comes in handy. So here you go. As you can see on the top here, there is the Tamiya Firefly Sherman, as you can see there. Some genuine archive footage there, and you also get some actual side colour plans as well. It's, as I say, it's issued by Tankcraft. I don't know if there's a book number on this one. This one's number 2. So say it's I think it's distributed by Pen and Sword, as I say. Normally about £14.99 a book, but as I say, I'll snap these up at £10 each for the show. So did very well out of that, guys, I can tell you. It starts off basically with, it's just an overall view of how the Sherman came into service with the British Army and the Royal Marines. And as you can see here, there's one taken on the 1st of June 1944 as it was embarking on Sherman 3 of the East, riding Yeomanry, and he's shown traversing the landing ship at Gosport, as you can see there. And then it goes on to maps of the Normandy campaign, as you can see here, various parts of the campaign which the tanks were involved in, up in the top right hand corner here. And there's an archive shot of them crossing the channel, getting ready for the invasion. And this is of the 13th and 18th Royal Hussars, 27th Armoured Brigade en route to Normandy. Again, you've got an outline of the dates, as you can see there, of the campaign. And running into the next page, again, you've got some good source material here with these photographs. This one I think was actually well known. In fact, I think I built a chieftain with the same name, Al Capone, so maybe it's of the same regiment. This was actually taken in August 1942, I think you'll find, when we first had the Shermans in the inventory. And again on here, this was taken at Villers Britanniques sometime after the breakout. So again, that could be a good emphasis for a diorama. As I say, it gives you an overall view. Again, you've got some really good source photographs, as you can see here. In fact, that could make a nice diorama as well. And there you got the old familiar Firefly 5C disembarking onto one of the Normandy beaches. And this is an interesting one with all the actual camo net, which I think you can actually source from Black Dog on a Firefly 5C. As I say, it gives you a history of the actual campaign. Nice photograph there, which you could do potentially with a Cromwell and a Sherman for a dio. That'd be a nice one. And obviously you've got a gentleman here who's the commanding officer of the 11th Armoured Division, Major General G.R.B. Pip Roberts, with Brigadier Roscoe Harvey, commander of the 29th Armoured Brigade. And that's shown in front of Harvey's Sherman 5 command tank, which you can see there. Okay. As I say, it's a superb looking book. This would actually make a nice little diary as well. So there's an idea for you, Mike, if you're a little bit short of ideas at the moment for builds. And then it runs on into the colour plans, which you've got here. So that's a good one. And then obviously you've got the pipe, which was used for when they actually disembarked at Normandy. Another one here. This is the Flyer 555C of these. Well, hang on, which one is it of? Hang on, bear with me. 22nd Armoured Brigade, 7th Armoured Division, July 1944. And again, you got the little sort of camouflage leaves on there. And on here, you've got one of a Firefly. No, it's not Firefly. It's a Sherman 5POP. Which was the standard brigade tank there, and I think Murray Walker actually was on these as well. But again, you got a nice lot of colour plans here, as you can see. This one's quite interesting with the netting on it, of a Firefly 5C again, or is it a one? No, actually it's a 1C hybrid, so my apologies guys. And then obviously you've got this interesting colour scheme here. This is of a 5C Firefly of A Squadron East riding Yeomanry, 27th Armoured Brigade, June 1944. So there you go. So you've got loads and loads of colour plans, side views, which will come in handy for any specific Sherman you're thinking of building. And this is a particularly interesting one with the old markers on the turret. I think this is of the Sherman 5, the 2nd Battery, Royal Marine Command Armoured Support Group, June 1944. And obviously you've got some here for a Cromwell at the top as well. So, very interesting. And this one is of a Sherman 5, the 5th Battery, Royal Marine Armoured Support Group, June 1944 as well. So there you go. And then obviously the next section is dealing with some of the builds that you get in this. This one is of a Firefly 5C by John Tham. It's based on a Tasker kit. So again, you look at the level of detail that he's got and the weathering and the chipping and the sun fading. It just looks superb. And obviously this is another one by Marcus Serra. Which you saw in one of the photographs alongside a Cromwell, or is it a Cromwell, or is it, no, it's a Centaur, I tell by the gun. Again, superb builds in there. Another Firefly 5C of Shin Oikawa, who's built this, and even the detail on the figures here, absolutely superb. So there you go, and it even shows you how to do one with the crab, which was used for basically blowing up mines before the actual brigade got on the beach, and showing the various sort of techniques to use on that. So yeah, that's quite impressive. And then obviously you got this one, which is the Beach Armoured Recovery Vehicle, or BARV as it was well known. Quite an odd looking vehicle, but you could tell it was a Sherman by the actual tracks, etc. Looks like a submarine on wheels to me. There you go. Or something out of the First World War. There you go. And then it runs into basic models you can get of Shermans, Dragons, various marks of the fire. Well, this one obviously to me is Firefly 5C. What you can get in their 148th range. Again with Dragon, you've got the ranges you can get in 135th of all the Shermans. Okay. And showing you various techniques again, and what accessories you can get from Edward to just super detail your tank. And then it's running into what barrels you can get from Aber, Accurate Armour, Resi Cast you can get. So really it's a very, very good guide. And obviously you've got some more vintage footage on the back of the book here, and various reference points. So it's a very, very good source, guys. I would heartily recommend that if anybody is an armoured modeler out there and they love Second World War, definitely invest in these. In fact, I invested in another one. I've got this one on the Tiger, because you know me and me Tigers. Again, similar sort of layout, vintage footage, history of the vehicles, etc. Nice colour call outs, which you can see here, running on. A little bit of detail there for one particular regiment and unit. This one obviously is Otto Carius's Tiger, which was taken at the Battle of Nerva, I think, 1944 in Russia. And funny enough, I've actually managed to get hold of a Dragon kit today with of Otto Carius's, but there you go. And then you've got various units. This is quite an interesting colour scheme as well for a winter one. I think it's of the E2 company Schwerer at Panzer Abteilung 505 Ukraine winter 1943-44. Yeah, very nice. And obviously you know this one. I've actually got a kit this one to build. Yeah, it's again, it just gives you a basic guide on Tigers. This is of a well-known one of Michael Wittmann's, which I think Dragon bought out about 18 months ago when he got his Knight's Cross. Again, it's showing you various techniques, etc. of Tigers, how they're built, various kits you can get. It's brilliant, it really is. So guys, go out and get them, definitely. And as I say, you can get these from Pen and Sword. Anyway, I hope you like the review. It's not my normal sort of review, but I snapped these up and I thought I'd give you a quick guide. So if you need any essential reference material, these are the books to go for. And as I say, you can get these at Pen and Sword. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon.